Thoughts are the result of translations. From this, there seems to be a guidance toward behavior. However, every action, resulting from a thought put into practice, has its origin before the thought itself. There are, therefore, two translations. The first is the one that gives rise to the thought, and the second is the one that translates the thought, directing the action. But the original thought is, above all, a result. Understanding what originates thought is the key to understanding the being and creation. In mythical literature, this is called the divine breath. In mystical literature, it is known as the Creator's breath. The creative process, and, consequently, creation, are in the mind of the being. However, the mind is not the being. The being, upon discovering itself, knows the sadness imposed by the difficulty of dialoguing with the dispersed parts of its own existence. The dive within reveals the place it occupies in each fragment of the universe. When the being awakens each one of the infinite parts that compose it, and that it itself composes, it transcends the infinite. The same being that mythifies, through correct interpretation, demythifies. By critiquing a text, it gives itself the opportunity to understand. What is understood is revealed, and no longer needs to be discussed. By looking at the text, with a critical eye, the being obtains the answer, and reveals what the author truly said. Through the correct question, to the correct master, in the silence of the heart, the being finds the answer. Why can the word not be spoken? Who is the virgin who can have children and remain a virgin? What is the fire that transforms without burning? What is the cloak of invisibility? What does each number mean that defines each event? What does each element represent in each process of transformation? Why do numbers repeat in different mythical events? What is the meaning of each allegory? A catastrophe predicted in mythology speaks about what may occur through the process, and not through the punishment of the end of times. The end of times is the sum of the times of each work. The correct action, applied to the correct element, at the correct time, generates a new element. Recooking in the appropriate furnace, properly sealed, ensuring no impurity enters the vessel, reveals, at the end of times, the golden fruit. There is no other path to achieve the purest gold.